There we go. Roughly centered. All right. I'm taking a week off from D&D and TTRPG content for right now, just this time around, and I'm circling back to e-bikes. I haven't talked about those in a while, several months. I've had my current bike, a 2010 Davinci modified for 20 amp hour batteries instead of the standard 15s. Had it for a little over a year now, a couple of weeks past, and I figure it's time for a review. All told, it's a good little bike. It's been reliable, even with the customizations. And remember, custom always means upkeep, means more maintenance. And this has been no exception. The outrigger battery mounts have they've had to be straightened, they've had to be tightened, they've had to be realigned, but they've held up. As far as performance goes, the range is good. It's a 40 kilometer range on the full charge with a 48 volt system and a 350 watt motor. That's with 20 amp hour batteries, obviously. But it's because of the motor that the speed and power are kind of lackluster. The speed limit in Canada for an electric bike to be considered a bicycle is 32 kilometers an hour. And for any Americans, that's 20 mile an hour. That's about all this bike will do. Flat out top speed is dead on 32 kilometers an hour. For someone to say this bike went 35, it'd have to be downhill with a headwind and they would have to be lying. Speaking of hills, forget about it. This bike, it can't even climb. It can't climb for anything. Downhill is fine, but even going uphill enough to go across an overpass, it struggles. It drops to a crawl. 350 watts for anyone's used to gas engines. That's about equivalent to a 12cc engine. That's a weed eater. Now, imagine trying to run a bike on that, and that's going to give you a fair comparison. So let me scroll up here. I got to get a mouse for this thing. Tell you what, while I'm getting this thing organized, I'll give you a little ride-along video so you can see what it's like being on this thing. Just going, I don't know, around the block or to the store and back or something. Then I'll come back and show you. So here she is, a year on. Year into riding her. .2010 Davinci. 350 watt, 48 volt. I upped it to the 20 amp hour batteries in the outriggers instead of the 15s under the seat. Haven't spent a lot of money repairing it, but well, since I was in an upholstery shop working for 6 months, I got a custom seat done for it right there. That turned out nice. As I said in the video previously, everything worked. But let's get set up and do a ride along.
Oh, she seems to be holding up, as far as I can tell. Unfortunately, it looks like I might need a new inner tube. Maybe, depending. I'll give it a few minutes to dry out. I do got liquid patch inside there, so that might seal itself up. But, well, we'll see. Alright, let's get back to the rest of the video.
Alright, wasn't that fun? Okay, all in all, it could be faster. You know, it could use a little more power. But, you know, for mostly flat ground, for running around inside the city, like in-town stuff, even pulling a little trailer for groceries, which this thing does, it's fine. I mean, it's done everything I've needed it to do. Remember, this is, at this point, a 16-year-old bike, which, it was a wreck when I bought it. I mean, it was pretty mangled when I bought it. But, yeah, it held together well. It's still going. I'm still riding it. Cost-wise, it was worth it. It is worth it still. Even with the time it took to rebuild and to modify and maintain, the wreck cost me $150. The batteries cost me $400. It's lasted a full year at this point, and the batteries will likely last another 2 years. That's before I need to replace them, by which point the bike might have fallen apart and I'll have to spend $150 on another wreck. But I'll have batteries at that point. But, yeah. The only real complaints I can think of are finding a replacement key. This little bugger here. Not easy to replace. So that might be a bit of a chore. None of the key cutting places in town here, including a dedicated locksmith, none of them were able to find a match when I went to get a spare made. And well, the latch to close the compartment under the seat, it has to be slammed a couple times to get it to work. The frame of the seat is plastic, and the metal rod that goes into the latch has started to, the plastic started to warp and bend it up a little bit, so it's kind of hard to get it to latch properly. So, yeah, those are my only real complaints. So my final opinion of the 2010 Davinci is it's good enough. It's not going to win any races, but it's still faster than the bus and cheaper than gas and insurance on a real vehicle, quote unquote. There's a storage box on the back and the little basket I put on the front of it. You can carry home 2 bags of groceries. There's a bag hook over the flat deck, right under the handlebars, so you can carry a 3rd bag. And that's a decent amount of groceries for one person. If you have to carry around more than that, you could wear a backpack, or you can pull a bicycle trailer with it. It's easy enough. It'll cut a little bit into your already limited speed, the more weight you have behind you, but it does it. Turn signals, lights, the horn, all the electrical has been great. No shorts, no faults, no failures. The brakes work. They're fine. They're cable brakes, not hydraulic, but for something this small, it's adequate. It's fine. Much as most of the electrical bikes I've owned, whether I had to rebuild them or not, or even a couple I had to build from the ground up, it does what it's supposed to do, which isn't much. That's all I ask of it. It carries me, it'll carry my groceries home. And this one, well, it'll make it a good distance. We've been lucky here in BC. Last year we only got about 2 weeks of actual snow on the ground winter, and this year we still haven't had any snow yet. This is in Chilliwack. It's the middle of February when I'm recording this for you, but yeah, no snow yet. Within the next 2 weeks, we're expecting possible snow mixed with rain for 4 nights. That's it. I don't think there's going to be that much of a winter this year, so I'll be able to ride straight through. I had no problem with riding this thing in the rain. I mean, it's wet, but still makes it. I'll just wear a raincoat. So yeah, I've managed to ride all year, and night or day, rain or shine, this thing has managed to get me where I need to be. Well, on one charge, if it's within 20 kilometers of where I start, I can make it there and back. If I'm going any further than that, as long as I got a spot to plug it in and a place to sleep for the night, I can go as much as 40 kilometers away at 32 kilometers an hour. All right, as always, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. It will likely be another D&D video next time. Okay? So, see you then.